Okay, good morning. We will be going ahead with different operations of binary search tree. Probably yesterday I had given 3 questions for you to solve. Okay. Has anyone done? Has anyone done? I had asked you to find the total number of nodes available in the BST, number of count of leaf nodes available in the binary search tree, and to find the height of the binary search tree. Okay, I had asked these three to be solved. Has anyone done it? Please let me know. Has anyone tried? Type yes or no if you have tried. If you have tried, type yes. Tried. Okay. Okay. So you have tried, and have you got it, or you have tried only? Okay. I'll be showing you one simple example of finding total number of finding the height of a binary search tree. Okay. Then in the similar grounds, you can try for finding the count of the number of nodes, finding the count of number of leaf nodes. Okay. I'll be giving you the pseudocode of the function. Okay. You have to try on your own. I'll be giving you the pseudocode. I'll not be giving you the total function definition. Okay. Please note it down. You can try it with the pseudocode. Okay. With the pseudocode, you can try it. You want me to explain height of the tree and then come back to this, or you want me to go ahead with the count of leaf nodes and then come back to height of the tree? Please let me know. Count of leaf nodes and count of nodes that you have to try on your own. I'll be giving the pseudocode, the function. So which one you want first? Height. Okay. I'll explain height or depth, and then I'll come back and give you the pseudocode or only the function part of finding the count of leaf nodes. Okay. Let me start now. Okay. In the same program, I have edited the function for finding the height. Okay, look at this. This is the function call for finding the height of the tree which has been generated in the previous steps. Okay, now I have passed for this height function only the root, nothing else, and it returns me an integer. It returns me an integer. So I'll go back and show you. H indicates height. Okay, and I have declared it before. Okay, so I will just show you the way it has been called. Case 8, h is equal to height of root. Okay, and by using the value that I have received, I have printed level as well as height of the tree. This I will come back later. Okay, now I'll just go to the function height. It's very simple function to talk about. Okay, let me take an example. Let me take an example and then explain this. Okay, just pay attention. Whenever root reaches null, whenever root becomes null, again this is recursive function call. Please note it down. It's a recursive function call. Whenever root is null, return -1. Otherwise, add 1 to it and find the maximum of height of roots left, height of roots right. Among the two, which is maximum, that level, maximum of height of root of left, height of root of right. Among these two, which is having the higher value, that value will be taken and +1 is added. So this max function, it is user defined function. Max takes in height of root arrow left. Height of root arrow left, it indicates what? The same function height has been called on the left subtree. So what is the return type? It returns integer. Similarly, height of root arrow right, it is nothing but the same function has been called on the right part of right subtree of the root. Okay, again this returns an integer. Among these two integers, which is highest, that value will be taken. Then what is this max function? This max function is nothing but finding the larger among the two. Finding the larger among the two. You can very well do it as part of this code only, but I have written a separate function for that. Okay, simple function I have written before this. Look at this. Int, it returns an integer, maximum of int a comma int b. In that, when I am comparing a greater than b, it either returns a or b. If a greater than b, a value is returned, otherwise b value is returned. Okay. Now, whatever value that has been returned, among the two heights of left and right, the highest value will be taken. The highest value will be taken. Now, I will take an example. Okay, let me take an example. Say suppose you just don't bother about what is the kind of the tree I have taken. Okay, don't at all bother about it. Let me just copy and paste it somewhere. Okay, and let me just also copy the code. Okay, the function code. It is just for the simplicity of explanation of the code. Okay, now let me take the code of height function, copy this out, and let me paste it here. Okay, give me 1 minute of time. Okay, whether the amount of size of the font is visible or you have a problem in the visibility of the font, please let me know. Whether it is visible, font size is visible, let me know. Yes, okay. Now you can just check. Return initially height of root. What will be passed? Root is nothing but in this case plus. Okay, don't worry about what kind of tree I have given. You just have to bother about finding the height of the tree. Okay, now to the plus root is there. So address of the node holding plus will be passed for the root. So first thing, if root is equal to null, is root null? No, it is not null. So it enters into other parts. In this, there is return 1 plus. 1 plus is written separately. Okay, let me write it separately. Okay, now what has been written? 1 plus. Max of height of root arrow left. So it means that there is a function call on the left subtree. On the left subtree there is 3. Okay, on the left subtree there is 3. Height of 3 is passed. 3 nothing but address of 3 it is. Height of address of 3. So it is nothing but height of 3 is called. Okay, height of 3 again goes into if. Whether root is null? No. Goes into 1 plus again. So how this is taken? How this is taken? 1 plus remains as it is. Okay. 1 plus remains as it is. H of 3 would have called 1 plus again. 1 plus max of. Okay. Let me write it very clearly here. Please note it down when you are doing it. Okay. Max of h of 3 right now, comma. Okay. H is nothing but height. Okay. H of star. This is what is called. Now what happens? 1 for h of 3. For h of 3, 1 plus again. Okay. Max of its left and its right. Its left and its right. 3's left is null. 3's right is also null. So obviously what will happen? Minus 1 will be returned. So it is minus 1 comma minus 1. Minus 1 comma minus 1. So what is the meaning of this part? This is nothing but the left side of this maximum, that is h of 3. What it has returned me? It has returned me 1 plus max of minus 1 comma minus 1. Max of minus 1 comma minus 1 returns minus 1. Both are equal. So it is 1 plus minus 1. It is nothing but 0. So h of 3 returns 0. H of 3 has returned me 0. Now this part is done. Okay. Now what will happen is h of star. H of star. At this point, h of star would call again max of height of root arrow left, comma height of root arrow right. Okay. Star's left is plus. Then star's left is plus. This again calls 1 plus height of 5. Okay. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus. How much? 1, 2, 3, 4. There might be 4 times 1 plus. There might be 4 times 1 plus. Okay. So every time there is 1 plus, it is getting added. Okay. Now 4 times 1 plus, it is nothing but height of the tree. So which is longest, that will be taken. At this point, when star is called, it is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3 is there. Okay. On the right side for star, it is only 1 plus. It is nothing but 1. Out of 3 comma 1, which is largest? Sorry, out of 2 comma 1. For star, left side 2 times 1 plus is called. Okay. Right side 1 time 1 plus is called. So among 2 and 1, which is highest? 2 is highest. So 2 gets returned. For what? For star. 2 gets returned for star. Okay. Now this star would have already got 1 plus. 1 plus 2. What is returned from star? 1 plus 2. It is nothing but 3. 3 gets returned to plus. 3 gets returned to plus. And among the left and the right, which is highest? The highest is nothing but 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, 3 plus 1 is 4. This is how the level, every time the next level is reached, 1 plus is getting added. So this 1 plus makes sense of the number of levels that you are tracing ahead. The number of levels that you are tracing ahead, according to that, this 1 plus getting added every time. So for plus, first time 1 is added. For star, second time 1 is added. Plus, third time is added. 5, fourth time is added. So out of 3 and star, which is tallest, which is the longest, that is decided by max function. So it may happen so like this. Max of h of 3 comma h of star. I'm sorry here. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Now let me just have this part. Okay. There is 1 plus max of h of 3 comma h of star. H of 3 would return 0. H of star would return 3. H of star would return 3. H of 3 would return 0. So among these two, which is highest? 3 is highest. Okay. So 3 will be taken, plus 1 is already there. So it means 4 is the height of the binary search tree that is being given. And how do you get the level of the tree? Height already you would have got from this function. Minus 1 if you do, it will be level. Level of the tree is always height minus 1. Height of the tree is computed with the sense that every time you go to the next level, add 1 to it. It's as simple as that. This 1 plus indicates whenever you are going to the next level, add 1 to it. Then go for the left or the right subtree. Any doubt at this point? Let me know from your end. Have you understood it? Let me know, please, quickly. Have you understood this? Once again, I have to explain. Okay. You want me to take one more tree? Okay, let me just take some other tree. Just 1 minute. Okay, the one which we had used previously, that I will take. Yeah, I'll take this example. Okay. Okay, fine. Now have a look at it. How the things will be taken care. Okay. First, initially, node root, it is nothing but what? 6 address is given. Okay. So what is called? Let me write stepwise. Height of 6 is called. Okay. What height of 6 does? Root is not null. So goes into else part. What is there in else part? 1 plus. Okay. 1 plus. There is a call for max of height of root arrow left. What is root arrow left? 6 left is 2. So height of 2, comma, height of 8. Okay. Maximum among h of 2, h of 8 is taken. Next, 1 plus remains intact. Okay. Max of will remain as it is. Now h of 2 is there. What is h of 2? H of 2 is nothing but call the function on left and right of 2 again. Okay. So I will write max of h of 2 is h of 1. Sorry. What is that I have missed? It is 1 plus. Every time there will be 1 plus. Okay. So max of h of 2 is nothing but what? Height of 2. Height of 2. So height of 2 is nothing but return 1 plus. Okay. So h of 2 replaced with 1 plus max of h of 1 comma h of 4. Okay. This is for h of 2 comma again. Okay. 1 plus 1 plus h of 8. H of 8 is 1 plus max of nothing. Okay. Null. So minus 1 comma minus 1. Are you getting this? Are you able to understand the things that I have written? Just pay attention here. 1 plus remains as it is. Max remains as it is. H of 2 is replaced with height of 2. It is nothing but height of 2 is replaced with 1 plus max of height of 1 comma height of 4. This is left. This is right. Okay. So this is internal max function called on the left subtree of 2. Left subtree of 2. Similarly, for h of 8, 1 plus max of minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay, 8 is not null, so it goes onto the else part, and 1 plus max of height of 8's left null, height of 8's right null. Both will return minus 1. So max of minus 1 comma minus 1, 1 plus is already there. Okay. Now, next step. After this, 1 plus remains as it is, max remains as it is, 1 plus remains as it is, max of. Okay, now height of 1. H of 1 would call again 1 plus max of null comma null. So minus 1 comma minus 1. So what is this? This is h of 1 comma. Okay, comma. H of 4. What is h of 4? H of 4 is on the left side there is 3. So 1 plus max of h of 3 comma minus 1. Why minus 1? Minus 1 because the right side is already null. Okay, right side is null. So it is minus 1. Fine. Now what happens? This 1 plus max of is nothing but h of 1. This 1 plus max of is nothing but h of 4. This part is already over. Okay, this part is already over. So what it would have returned? It would have returned a 0. Why it is 0? 1 plus max of minus 1 minus 1. 1 plus maximum of minus 1 is minus 1. 1 plus minus 1 is 0. Okay, now at the downwards 1 plus maximum of 1 plus again. Okay, maximum of 1 plus max of minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so in this case the internal parts all become will 0. Sorry, 1 plus will remain everywhere. It will remain everywhere. So in total it is 1 1 1 1. How much it is? How much it is? It is 4. Okay, yeah, Praveen, you are speaking.
No, no,
Okay, you had unmuted, that's why I'm asking.
sorry.
Yeah. Okay, this is how it is been taken care from level to level. Okay, from level to level 1 plus is getting added, the other part would have become 0. Okay, this is how the height is calculated. Okay, okay with this, or still you have doubts? Just 1 minute, I have to unblock the mate. 1 minute. Okay, yes. So with reference to this, every time the number of times you go in depth, that many number of times 1 plus is added. Okay. And internally, when you take 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, if suppose you have if suppose you have this kind of tree, okay, you just check it out here. How many times 1 plus is added on the left side? On the left subtree of 6. If I make this slideshow. Okay, on the left subtree of 6, how many times 1 gets added? 1 for 6, 1 for 2, once for 1. Okay, once for 1. Okay, yeah. Now on the other side, on 8 there is one more function call. Okay, on 8 there is one more function call. Since there is 1 added every time the level goes. For here this is 0, this would have become 1, this would have become 2, at this level this would have become 3. Okay, so every time the new level has reached, 1 is added. Every time the new level has reached, 1 is added. So 1, 2, and at this level also it is 2, at this level it is 3. Okay, so when 3 comes, this returns 1 plus 1, this returns plus 1, this returns plus 1. Here it would have written only plus 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 comma 1. The highest is 3. This is how the height is computed. Okay, it's as simple as that. Every time you go into next level, every time you go into the next level you are, okay, 1 minute. Sorry, I had not shared the screen. I'm so sorry for that. Okay, let me just explain it again. When you have a root node would have started at 0. When you call the next level, plus 1 is added. Okay. When you call this side, there is plus 1 added again. Okay, there is plus 1 added again. When you go on the right side, again plus 1 added, plus 1 added. Okay, now with reference to 2, 1 and 2 are compared because 3 returns back plus 1, 4 returns back plus 1. Plus 1 is 2. 1 would have returned plus 1. 1 and 2 among the two, maximum is 2. So 2 would have received the value 2. Now this returns back 2 to 6. Okay, and 8 would return back 1. Among 2 and 1, which is highest? 2 is highest. There is plus 1 for 6 also. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Height of the tree is 3. This is how you have to analyze that code. Okay, every time you go by one level down, you are adding plus 1, and when returning back, it returns plus 1 to its root. So 3 returns plus 1 to 4. 4 would return back plus 1, 2 to 2. Okay, this is how you have to analyze the height finding for the binary search tree. Okay, I'll just go back to the function. Every time there is addition of 1. You have to understand it so easily like this. Every time you go to the next level, there is an addition of 1. So when you come back, at the root level, there is addition of 1, which is the roots plus 1. So when you come back, when the whole of the return happens, the height of the tree would have been returned with 1 less than the actual height of the tree. Then who adds plus 1? The root adds plus 1, because 1 plus is also available with the root. Okay, so this is the most complex function that can be explained for a binary search tree. It is the most complex function. If you can understand this, very simple to understand it. Draw the tree. When you go downwards by one level, add plus 1. Okay, and when you come back from the leaf node, you have to start returning at every level. Return plus 1 to the root of that leaf node will receive 1 and add its 1 and return back to its parent the added value. This continues until it reaches the root. And when it reaches the root would have got its first 1 plus. So the value that is received plus 1 will be the height. Okay, are you able to understand it now, or you have still any doubts? Have you understood it? Please type yes if you have understood it. Okay, only one yes. Yes. Next, I will be giving you simple codes or functions for finding the number of nodes and finding the number of leaf nodes. Okay, only the function I'll be giving, you have to try on your own. Okay, that was given as an assignment to you. Please try it. Okay. Till now, we have gone through what is called as in-order traversal, pre-order traversal, or post-order traversal. How we had written, if I want to write in order, okay, void in order. This is a repetition, guys. Okay, node, root, and what is the way to write in order traversal? Can anybody tell me? If root is null, simple, return. Otherwise what you are supposed to do? If not null, otherwise what you are supposed to do? You are writing in order of root arrow left. Okay, then print root, print the root, that is root arrow info, then traverse through the right subtree. Okay, in order of root arrow right. This is how we have done the in-order traversal. Suppose if I want to write pre-order traversal, I'll write printf first, then pre-order of root arrow left, then pre-order of root arrow right. If I want to write post-order traversal, I'll write post-order of root arrow left, post-order of root arrow right, then I will write printf. Okay, everything else remains the same. Now, using the same basic code of in order or pre-order or post-order, I'll be writing the function for finding the count of nodes. Okay, how do I write it? Just pay attention. I'll write void count nodes of node root. Okay, in this, if root equal to null, return remains the same, no change. Okay, now what next? I'm using in order traversal, so I will write count underscore nodes. Instead of writing in order, I have replaced that with this function. What is the function that I'm writing? Count underscore nodes of root arrow left. Okay, then where print is there, no, instead of printing, I'll write count plus plus. I'll write count plus plus. Okay, and then in order of, there is what? Call for the function on in order of root arrow right. Instead of in order, I'll write count underscore nodes of root arrow right. Okay, this is how I'm just rewriting in order function as count nodes. Okay, I'm rewriting the in order function as root nodes. Okay, now if I want to have number of leaf nodes, what may be the condition for finding the count of leaf nodes? Can anybody comment on this? The same function, I'll keep it as it is. You can either use in order traversal, pre-order or post-order, whichever you want to use. You can use that as the base function and override that with count plus plus. Wherever print is there, replace that with count in order to have count of nodes. Now, if I want to find the number of leaf nodes, for this count plus plus, I must have a condition. What might be the condition? I've got one comment. Any other guesses? When do you call a node as a leaf node? When do you call a node as a leaf node? What node is called as a leaf node? When it has no child, correct. Programmatically, if I want to represent a node with no child, how can I write? That node's left part is null, that node's right part is null. So when I tell that node here, since I'm calling recursively, every time I call it as a root. Okay, so what Ananya has commented is absolutely right. What she has commented is root arrow left, if it is null, as well root arrow right is null. If both of them are null, only then you increment the count. Instead of, if I write every time count plus plus, instead of printing the root, every time incrementing the count, I would increment the count only when I have this condition. What is that condition? If root arrow left equal to null and root arrow right equal to null, only then you increment the count. Okay, otherwise don't increment. Otherwise you just go on going on, you are just going on inside the tree until you reach the leaf node. So count nodes of root arrow left, it is nothing but goes on until it reaches the node with root arrow left is equal to null, root arrow right is equal to null. How this goes on? Okay, let me take up this example. Okay, now I want to know the count of number of nodes. How this goes on? It goes on like this. Okay, 1 minute. I'm not able to get the pointer. Just 1 minute. Okay, I'll run the slideshow. Now, in this, how do you count the number of nodes? Let's start. The in-order traversal I have applied. Okay, right now I'm at root. Root is pointing at 6. Okay, what would it have called? It would have called count of root arrow left. So right now my root at now is pointing to 2. Again there is function, overall function call. So again it goes on the left, root arrow left. Okay, what is root arrow left? 1. Now in this case, to the root arrow left there is null. To the root arrow left there is null. So root arrow left is equal to null, as well root arrow right is equal to null. What will happen? Counter will become 1. Counter will become 1. Okay. Now the value 1 gets returned. It just comes back. It simply comes back to 2. On 2 there is 2 sub nodes. Okay. Goes on to the right. With reference to 2, it has completed left. Now it has completed itself. Now it has to go to the right. On the right part, there is 4, which has left subtree. So again, goes to left. For 3, there is null. So this gets added, plus 1. For 4, on the right side, there is null, but left already it has visited. So it just returns back to 2 with the value 1. So for 2, 1 plus has come from left side, 1 plus has come from the right side. So count of the leaf nodes on the left subtree is 1. Count of number of leaf nodes on the right subtree is also 1. In total, 2 receives 2. Count would have incremented to 2. Okay. Now, this 2 would have been returned back to 6. It would have been returned back to 6. Now with reference to 6, it has completed left, it has completed itself, and it has come to 8. On 8, left is null, right is null. That's why plus 1 is added. So 2 was there, now count has become 3. Count of leaf nodes is 3. Okay. Suppose I want to have the count of number of nodes. How does it goes? I'll take a pen. Okay. Starts from root. Root arrow left 2. Root arrow left 1. Root arrow left null. So returns back. Okay. It goes like this. Root arrow left. Root arrow left. Root arrow left. But root arrow left is null. This is null. So it simply returns back. What is the second step? Let me just go back to the function. What is the second step? Root is null, return. And on the left side, already it has completed. Now the second step. For 1, the second step. Root arrow left is equal to null. Root arrow right is equal to null. So increment the count. Okay. So now what happens? Now it takes 1. Count has become 1. Okay. Then it goes to, I'll remove this condition because I'm talking about count of nodes. Okay, there is count plus plus. So how does it go? Count of left, count of left. Okay, count of left. When it reaches null, it just returns back. When root is null, it returns back. When it returns back, the second step is increment count. Count will become 1. It was 0, now it will become 1. Very importantly, you have to initialize count to 0. Okay, count has become 1. Now, for this 2, with reference to 2, left part is over. It just returns back. What is the count value? 1. Okay. Now for 2, with reference to 2, left is done. It has to do itself. Itself, it is nothing but when I go to the program, left is done. This line is done. What is next? Increment count. Print itself. Instead of printing itself, it increments the count. Now count has become 2. With reference to 2, left has been done, itself has been done, it has to go to right. Okay. On the right, whether the root is null? No. It again calls left, itself and right. Okay. It has called left. Now with reference to 3, goes to the left. Null, so simply returns back. Does itself. What itself? Nothing but plus 1 to the count. Now count has become 3. Then goes to the right. Nothing is there. Return back. So 3 with respect to 3, left, root, right. All these 3 has been done. Now with the count value 3, this has come back to 4. Okay. At 4, with reference to 4, left is done. It has to count itself. So plus 1. What is plus 1? Plus 1, it has added 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it goes on to the right side. The null is there, so simply returns back. With reference to 4, left, root, right, all the 3 have been done and the count has been now 4. Now it simply returns back to 2. So with reference to 2, left is done, itself is done, right is done. It returns back with value 4. Okay, value 4. Now for 6, left is done, it has to count itself. Now the count will become 5. Now it has to go to right side. On the right side there is 8. Okay, first it checks for left side, null, returns back, count itself, so count will become 6, goes to right side, nothing is there, return back null, and 8 returns back to 6. 6 in turn returns back to main with the value 6. This is how the things will be taken care to find the count of nodes. Count of leaf nodes will be taken care when only when a roots left as well as right both are null. Are you able to understand this or you have doubts? Guys, please let me know from your end. Please let me know from your end. Have you understood this? Say yes or no. Less number of interactions, guys, from your end nowadays. You have understood it? Okay. See, either you can go ahead with in order or you can convert the same pre-order into this. If I want to write the same count of nodes with reference to pre-order, how should I write it? Can anybody tell me where this count plus plus must come? If I want to represent this function as pre-order traversal function, how do I write it? Soon after if, I'll write count plus plus. It means the root itself will be counted first, then go on to the left side, then go on to the right side. Okay, this is counting of number of nodes using pre-order traversal. Now, if I want to have post-order traversal based counting, how do I write? First left, then right, then count the root. Okay, all 3 are valid. All 3 are valid. I hope you have understood this. Okay, today's class went on explaining this only. See, imagine explanation without the board. It is so tedious to do this. Anyways, I hope you have understood this thoroughly. Say yes or no, guys. Okay. So guys, I think you are coming in the month of February. I have still 20 days time. Okay, 20 days time. So only thing remaining in this chapter is expression trees. Okay. What I have decided is this week I'll concentrate on fifth semester class. Okay, I'll try and definitely Puttaya, I'll do it. I'm so sorry for not uploading the videos. I will do it immediately, and I will be taking classes for fifth semester for on Friday and Saturday. Okay, 2 days I will not be engaging your classes. Please pardon me for that. Okay, because they are coming on 21st here in the college. So we are supposed to complete the portion for them within 18th. So I'll be taking Friday and Saturday only for fifth semester class. Okay, on Monday I'll be covering for 2 hours class. I'll be taking expression trees and hashing. Okay, so your class is directly on Monday. Yes, I will be uploading the videos immediately. Don't worry about that. Immediately I'll be doing. And in the meanwhile, there will be a question asked to you. There will be a question asked to you for hackathon. Okay, you are getting ample amount of time now, and you have made your groups already.